this video, I'm talking about the most common mistakes players make on the field and what you can do to stay away from those mistakes or do things differently in those situations. So the number one mistake is taking too many touches on the ball, especially in the wrong areas. So let's say the blue team is your team, okay? In your half of the field, your defensive third and even the middle third of the field, you really want to move the ball quickly. Okay, in the attacking third, I say this all the time, this is where you get the chance to use your individual skills, take more than a couple touches to get past players and get into dangerous areas. And if you lose the ball up here, when you take too many touches, maybe you make a mistake, the other team wins the ball, we still have all our players, or at least a majority of our players, behind the ball so we can defend properly. Okay? When we're in our own half, our defensive third and the middle third of the pitch, I want you to try to play 2-touch, 3-touch, even 1-touch football if you can. If you can play 1-touch, play 1-touch, okay? If you have to take 2 or 3 touches to get the ball under control, play 2-touch, okay? What that's going to do, it's going to force the team to move, okay? Nobody can move faster than the ball. You may think you can move faster than the ball, but you can't, okay? So 2-touch, especially in our defensive third and the middle third of the pitch, okay? Because if you take too many touches, and a lot of players do this, you've probably experienced it if you're a midfield player and you take too many touches in the middle of the field and you end up getting closed down and lose possession, look where they have the ball, okay? They're in a much more dangerous area to attack. So I want you to think about moving the ball quickly. That doesn't mean panic on the ball. That doesn't mean I get in and I just blast it somewhere because I have to take 1 or 2 touches. Okay, sometimes you're going to take more than 2, more than 3, but majority of the time, try to move the ball quickly. Get it out of your feet, play it into that attacking third if you can. Okay, get up the field with a couple touches, play it in the feet. If it's not on turn, play it quickly. Move that ball quickly, okay? The speed of play is so important. So don't waste time dwelling on the ball, okay? If you're on the ball and you take 5, 6, 7 touches, it just closes everything down. It closes all these passing lanes down, okay? The other team's going to close you down. They're going to win possession. And like I said, if they get in a dangerous area, they can hurt us, okay? So try to play with fewer touches in your practices and in your games, but especially when you're starting in your training, play with fewer touches. Get comfortable doing things with 2 touches, 1 touch. How do you do that? You got to have your head up. You have to know what you're doing before the ball comes to you, okay? I receive the ball here. I know I'm getting close. I'm just going to take 1 touch out of my feet, play it back the other way, okay? Ball gets played in here. I know someone's on my back. I'm just going to play it out, 1 touch, okay? If it's into space, I have a little space here. Yes, I might take 1, 2, 3 touches and then play it into feet, okay? So you have to be aware of your surroundings. Do you have time? If you have time, you can take more touches, but there has to be purpose to those touches, okay? You're not just dwelling on the spot. If you're going to take touches, try to break into open space, okay? Hurt this other team. Make something happen with those touches that you're taking. But in our own half especially, middle third of the field, limit your touches. Play the ball quickly, okay? So that's the first common mistake, too many touches. Simplify your play. Less is more. The fewer touches you take, the quicker you move the ball, the more you're going to make happen. It's a tough concept for a lot of younger players to understand, but it will work. Just try it out. So the next common mistake I want to talk about is forcing the pass, okay? A lot of times, players will be on the ball and they really want to give it, or someone's calling for the ball, but it might not be the best option, okay? So let's say this player is making a run calling for the ball, but you can see that he has 3 players around him, 4 players around him, okay? And you still try to clip it into that space where he's on a 3-on-1, okay? You have to be aware. Don't force the pass. If a teammate calls for the ball, yes, you're more likely to give it to him. If they are in good position and they're really demanding it, okay, give it to them. But if you can see they have their back to the play, they can't see. If you can see that it's not the right pass to play, you have to be composed enough to say, no, I'm not going to play that pass. I'm going to be composed. I'm going to make a different pass and I'm going to join the play. Okay? It happens all over the field. you get the ball, you feel like you should play a pass, but it's not on, okay? They're not going to get that if you play that pass. Don't force it. There's a ball in here, he really wants it to feed. Don't force it in there if there's 2-3 guys around him. You know he's not going to have a good chance of getting the ball, okay? So don't force the play. When you do make passes and they get intercepted, ask yourself why. Did I force that? Should I have not put it in there? Should I have gone somewhere differently? Okay, if it's not on, don't force it. Too many players, they just put it there anyways because they think there's someone's really calling for it. They seem like they really want it. Okay, that's not good enough reason to give it to them. If they're making a good run and you can see that they're going to be in open space, okay, yes, play that pass. But you have to be composed enough. It's not on, okay, I'm going to make a different pass. I'm going to be composed. I'm not going to rush it. Yes, I'm going to play quickly. I'm going to play effectively, but I'm not going to force a pass if it's on. Okay, so think about that when you're playing, especially when you make a mistake while passing. Did I force that? Did it not need to go in there? What could I have done differently? Should I have been more composed? Should I have turned, gone the other way, and just kept the ball moving? Moved into new space, try to get the ball back, and play the pass that's on. Okay? The next thing I want to talk about, and it's kind of on the same page as forcing the play, is playing into trouble, or not switching the play. It usually comes down to. Okay, so what happens is the ball gets played out of here. Their whole defensive team has shifted to this side of the field, and the ball gets played into here, and instead of opening up and going the other way and playing where there is open space, we don't turn, maybe there's someone on your back, and you play back into trouble. Okay? You got to think, am I playing into trouble? Where are their defenders? Where's the majority of their team? Where's the open space for our team? Okay, so if everyone's coming forward, you're playing in the middle here, and it's coming to you, are you going to try to play from here back into here where all their players are? Or are you going to try to come out, switch, hit the open pass for someone running onto, and now we have open space. Now they have to shift all their defenders again. Okay, and we have an opportunity to attack and get numbers in the box. So a lot of times you feel like you have to force it because someone's coming to close you down. If someone's coming to close you down from this side, you don't have to go back here, especially when they have all their defenders there. Okay, we can go the other way. We just have to take a few steps backwards. So instead of turning into trouble, getting tackled, the ball comes from here. I would want to go to this side, but I can't get there in one pass. So I'm going to go backwards to go forwards. And then the ball gets played into here, and then we can move forward. Okay? So when you do receive the ball, especially like in this area here, am I facing the trouble, or am I opening up when I receive? Okay? If you want to make things a lot easier, as you receive, before you receive, you got to check over your shoulder. Okay, see, is there space for me to turn? Can I go this other way that I want to go? I want to get out of trouble, so I'm going to try to get out of this side of the field. So you got to look over your shoulder. Okay, there is space for me. Balls get played. I'm going to go to the ball. I'm going to open up as I receive, and now we can go into space. I can play a ball into space here, or I can dribble into here. Okay, so think about that when you're playing. Did I just get the ball and play it back into trouble? Should I have turned and gone the other way? Should I have received it and played it back to go forward? Because their whole team's on this side of the field. We don't want to play on this side of the field now. Okay, we can suck them in. It's okay to suck them in here. But when it gets played and we know everyone's in this field, we got to switch it. We got to find the space. We got to go the other way. We got to create things for ourselves. Okay? So that's the other thing I want you to think about. Are you playing into trouble? Where's the trouble? Where's the open space? Where can I go? Next, I want to talk defensively, because this is a huge mistake that players make, and that is allowing too much time and space on the ball. Okay, so let's say the red team is in possession, you're the blue team, you're defending. Where's my formation here? Something like that. Okay, he receives the ball. A lot of times you hear people saying like jockey. Yes, you want to jockey, but you need to close down quickly before you jockey. Okay? So if your guy or someone in your general area is receiving the ball, where are you? You need to be close to him. Okay? Even if they're just knocking the ball around the back and we are sitting back, everyone's sitting back. Okay, the ball gets played in here and they knock it, and they slowly start coming forward. We slowly start moving back. They just keep knocking the ball around. keep knocking it around. Okay, they slowly get into space, and we're just sitting back. We're not closing down. This is just inviting pressure. Think about it like this. Is it easier for him to play when he receives with space, even if he's not going at full speed, but to come forward and pick a pass? Or is it tougher for him if he receives the ball and you're already here? Where's he going to go? He has to go backwards. Okay, this ball gets played into here, he pressures the ball. They gotta go backwards. He pressures the ball. Suddenly they're moving backwards and we are moving up the field. Okay, and the next person pressures the ball. So the closest player to the ball needs to pressure. The next need to come and cover the next possible pass. Okay, so if this ball is played into here, first player is gonna go to pressure the ball. The next closest player, you're going to think, okay, he's going to want to play into here, so I'm going to close that. He's going to want to play into here, so I'm going to close that. He's going to want to play maybe into here, into here. We're all going to move up. We're all going to cover the next possible pass, okay? But I want you to think about, you know where the ball is going because you're starting to read the game. You're getting better. Oops, that's not the ball. You're getting better at reading the game. So if I know the ball's going to go there, I'm already moving in that position. I'm closing him down. I'm forcing him to play. I'm forcing him to go backwards, okay? I'm already pressuring. Then he's going to kick the ball up, and then hopefully we're going to win the ball, and then we can play, okay? If they want to sit back and give us space, that's their problem. We're going to hurt them. But I want you to think, when you are defending, where is the pass going to go? Can I get there early and close that space? Don't give him any time to play. Be an absolute pest when your guy has the ball. Can you get right in his feet and give him a hard time? Force him to go backwards. Give him a couple little kicks on the heels. No fouls, but let him know that you're there, okay? Get in his feet. Give him a hard time. Make it difficult for him to play when he's on the ball, okay? So the fourth mistake that I was talking about there is allowing too much space defensively. Can you close the space right away, give them a hard time, force them to go backwards, or hopefully you'll even win the ball. Okay, the last common mistake I want to talk about is wasting the final ball. Okay, so let's get organized again here. Again, we'll be blue attacking this net. Okay, so a lot of the times we'll make some good plays and we'll get into the final third with a chance to deliver a good pass or a good cross, but this player on the ball panics. Okay, that's a huge separator between good players, great players, amateur players, professional players, is the ability to be composed in these important areas to make that final pass. Okay, it happens all the time. You have a great build-up, maybe you play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pass play, and you get into space, and then you're in this final position and you shank the cross. Okay, or you don't really think about where you're putting, you just hit it across the net, hope someone gets it, rather than actually making a good pass. Really thinking about what you're doing, taking the time, taking a deep breath, taking that extra half a second, being composed, playing the pass so we can actually get a good attempt on goal. It happens as well when you're playing through balls, okay? You get a good chance, someone makes a great run, and instead of putting that right where they need it to be, you panic a bit and you play it too heavy and the goalkeeper picks it up, or it goes out of bounds and we lose possession. Or you try to play that pass over the top, and instead of going just that little inch further, you put it right into the defender, and then they go the other way and they're attacking us. Okay? So how do you become better at playing that perfect ball, the ball that makes the difference in the final third? Well, it comes down to practice, but it also comes down to mentality and being aware of that moment, realizing that this is the moment, this is the pass that's going to make the difference. Okay, if I put it an inch too far, we're not going to score. If I put it an inch behind him, we're going to miss the opportunity. Okay, it has to be perfect. So when you get into these opportunities, take a deep breath. Don't just whip it across the box. Pick someone out. Hopefully someone's making a good run. Try to give them the best pass possible so they can get a good shot on net. And you may think that that's a foolish solution to the problem, but it really comes down to calmness and composure and a perfect mindset, okay? Be calm, okay? This is the point where I need to pick the right pass. If the right pass isn't on, don't just whip it because you're in the final third, you feel you have to. It's okay to turn and come back, play into support, and keep the play alive, okay? If you just whip it because we're in the final third, oh my god, we gotta get in the box, you're just going to panic, whip it over, or hit it too hard. Their team's going to hit it or win it back, and then they're going to attack us, and all of our players are in the attacking third. Okay, so be composed. If it's not on, if there's not a pass on for you to play, it's okay to turn. It's okay to play your support and then join in again. Can you get the ball back? Okay, when it comes to these through balls, this is a skill that you really have to practice as well as crossing. But it's realizing, okay, take that extra time, really think, where does this pass have to be? If it's too hard, I know it's going into the keeper's hands. If it's just right, I want it in front of him, I want to lead him, I don't want him behind. This player cannot break their stride, okay? If they have to break their stride, if they have to slow down, or the ball's too far, they're never going to get it, you're not going to make that killer pass that's going to create the goal, okay? So think about it, take the time, be calm, take a deep breath, really think about what you have to do and make that final ball that's going to create the goal, create a good scoring opportunity for your team. Okay, so that's a lot of information there. You might want to watch this video again, but those are the most common mistakes that players make. Taking too many touches in the wrong areas. Just move the ball quickly, okay? Two-touch football. Watch professional football. Count the amount of touches the players take on the ball. And when they do take more touches, notice when. Okay, maybe they have space, maybe they're sprinting into space, so it's okay to take touches if you get past this guy and you have space to break into. That's fine. But if there's a lot of players in front of you, you don't want to take too many touches. You're going to get closed down. Okay? Playing into trouble, forcing the pass, on defense, allowing too much space. When that attacker has the ball, I want you to close him down, pressure him, force him to make a play. If he's going to lay it off and go around you, okay, that's another thing that we can address just quickly. When they're trying to play a little give and go, okay, he's going to play the ball into here. You're pressing this guy, he's going to play it into here. The tendency is to go here, but he's just going to play around you. If this guy plays the ball, you have to stay with this guy. He's going to make the run, just backtrack, try to cut off his run, because we're going to have someone else to step in and take care of this guy. It's a team sport. Everyone has to work together. But close down that space. Don't give him time to play. And the final thing, be composed. Make that final pass. That's one of the biggest differences, is the ability to be composed in the final third and make the right pass. If it's not on, don't rush it. Come back. Keep the play alive. Okay, I hope you like that video. I hope you like those tips. Please subscribe, share this video with players. Help your teammates improve, help your friends improve, because it's only going to improve your team, improve your circle of influence, and force you to become a better player at the same time. We'll see you real soon.